Hanukkah, of course, is known as the Festival of Lights, one of its many names, also the Festival of Dedications. Today I will talk about the fact that it's called the Festival of Lights. Now, the reason why we light these candles every year is to remind us of the miracle that Hashem performed for us many years ago at this time, in the days of the Maccabees, when we defeated who? Yes, all the other sisters. We had lots of them in school. Androcynus, Liscanus, and Antiochus. The Greeks that came to us, and they defiled our temple. They defied our temple and they outlawed our service of our God. So we come to remember that we actually defeated them. The Maccabees came and defeated them, and we were able to cleanse our temple and rededicate our temple. And one of the main things that's necessary when you rededicate the temple is to light the menorah for at least 7 days. Of course, the problem was that we didn't have enough oil for all 7 days. So one of the great miracles is that that little jar of oil that was supposed to last only 1 day long, lasted for 8 days long. So that's why we light specifically the 8 candles in Hanukkah. You'll notice it's different than the menorah, right? The menorah's got 7 branches. This one's got 8, specifically because of that miracle. Now, think about that, right? If you go and find a little jar of oil, it's only going to last you 1 day. And you have to carry out a process that takes 8 days long. Who in their right mind is going to light the first one? They stepped forward in an act of faith.
Yeah.
They actually lit the thing even though they knew they only had enough oil for 1 day. That's very important, because I think we find ourselves in the exact same time frame and mind, space of mind as those guys in the days of the Maccabees. Because just like their temple was defiled, where's our temple today? It's been defiled by the Romans and destroyed by the Romans. And we're currently still living in that exile. So we actually find ourselves in the exact same place as the Maccabees. So we have the question as well, what should we do? Should we just wait around, and how's the final temple going to come about? That's a question we have to ask ourselves as well. Now, I want to talk about the light, right? How many candles do we light throughout the entire festival? So there's 8 days long, and each day we're going to add one more, not counting the middle one. That one doesn't really count.
8 for 2.
Less. How many tomatoes are in a bottle of ketchup? 36. So we're going to light 36 candles throughout Hanukkah, okay? Throughout these 8 days. I'm also 36 years old, so there must be something about that. Because in Judaism, they of course say every generation has got 36 righteous individuals hiding in the shadows. They call them the Lamed Vavniks. But there's something else about the number 36 that I want to share with you guys. It comes from a medieval commentator called the Rokeach. He says the following. He says, the reason why we light 36 candles on Hanukkah is to celebrate the first light that ever entered this creation. On which day did God create light?
Tuesday.
In the beginning. First day, right? When did he create the sun?
The fourth day.
Fourth day. So there was another light before the sun ever came about. So that light we unfortunately don't have access to today. It's hidden. We call it the organus, the concealed light. So what happened to that light? So God created it on the first day, and he tells us here, when we light the Hanukkah menorah, it reminds us of that first primordial light that shone upon the first man, Adam. So, how long was Adam in the Garden of Eden? The Midrash has got a famous story where it tells us what happened hour by hour. So Adam was created on this 6th day, right? Friday morning. Not at night, because you're not going to create someone in the middle of the night. He created him in the morning of Friday. And then just before Shabbos started that afternoon, they committed the sin. But Hashem didn't want to kick them out of the garden. So he let them stay in the garden for Shabbos. And as Shabbos ended, he taught them how to do Havdalah. That's the first time he ever taught them to make fire, to separate between the holy and the common, and that's where human beings got fire from. Okay? Don't ask anyone at the cradle of humankind to explain the story to you, they won't. But that means how many hours did Adam experience that light that Hashem created the world with? 12 hours on Friday, plus 24 hours on Shabbos, which makes 36 hours. So he says, we light these 36 candles throughout Hanukkah to remind us of the 36 hours that the primordial light shone on the first man, Adam. But after he sinned, God decided man cannot have this light, and he concealed that light, the organus. He concealed that light for the righteous of the future. Now what the Rokeach says is, that very light is the Messiah. It's the Messiah that's hidden inside of the Torah. And everyone who studies the Torah with a pure heart and pure intention, for him, that hidden light, the light of Messiah, will be revealed. So that's one of the things we're supposed to concentrate on when we light the Hanukkah every night throughout the 8 nights of Hanukkah. It's a reminder to seek the light of the Mashiach. It's revealed to the righteous, and especially so in a time when the world is getting darker and darker and darker. You all saw what happened this morning in Australia, where they had the shooting at the menorah lighting as well. The world's getting darker and darker. And instead of people getting scared of it, what we need to do is we need to be the light and look for the light of the Mashiach. Our faith is constantly under attack, and it seems as if we don't have enough oil to keep our dedication to God burning, because there's so many attacks. It's so difficult for us to be who we are. We're trying to light menorahs and we're getting shot down in the streets. It's extremely difficult for us to practice our faith. It looks like we don't have enough oil. So Yeshua gives us the parable of the 10 virgins, where 5 of them were ready because they had enough oil waiting for the bridegroom to come. That's what we have to be, and that's the story of Hanukkah. They only had 1 vial of oil, and they still lit it. Even though it seemed impossible, even though it seemed like they wouldn't have any faith, they still took that step in faith and lit the candle. And what happened? Hashem met them halfway, and He provided them with the miracle that kept the light shining. The same's going to happen for us, guys. As soon as we take that step of faith to follow Yeshua and follow the mitzvot, Hashem will do the rest. We will witness these kind of miracles in our day as well. Chag Sameach. Right.